All right, we're back. All right. So how was that first work session? Hopefully it was productive. Quite productive for me. I want to shout out on Twitter, Andre, who let me know that, of course, there would be some sort of bug the first time this is deployed. I actually, and we'll talk about, you know, let me, one thing you'll know about me is that I like to do a lot of random presentations. So let's go ahead and start one up because I'll go into well, it's kind of a little bit late and stuff. So, all right. So I just created this presentation. I want to kind of go over what is on the website and everything. So let me see here. Oh, let me, so many screens. All right, this one here, share. All right, so hopefully you can see my screen. Let me just double check to make sure. Check the stream out. Yes, looks like it's up. All right, cool. So this is the site when you go to untilit.works. Here, when we're live, this actually says we are live, and then join us. Otherwise, when we're not live, it's just a it says when the next cipher or one of these events are happening, and what's cool is it shows your local time. So working with time zones and all that stuff is kind of difficult. So you go to the site, you see when the next one is going to be, and then you'll be able to actually sign up for notifications, which it did work. Cool. So I got the notification on another device that we went live. So if you didn't, please let me know. I'm working on that. And speaking of let me know when things don't work, again, big shout out to Andre on Twitter. I met him at a virtual conference. Again, oh, by the way, I'm Dwayne. And for a day job, when I'm not making random projects like this, I'm a Vonage developer advocate for JavaScript. And so I was working one of the tables. I forgot which conference it was, but Andre came by the table, the virtual table, and had a great conversation, and it kind of grew. And so we're following each other on Twitter. So shouts to you. Let me know that when you click like this, join us. Initially, when I coded it, I was going to have it ciphers, like plural, untilit.works. Then for whatever reason, when I actually created the subsite, the work site that I'll show soon, it's at cipher, singular, untilit.works. So thank you for letting me know about that. Appreciate you. See, it's all about community thing here. So thank you once again. All right, so here is a little bit of information about the whole Until It Works, you know, about the different work sessions and the break sessions. And then this is a previous project I created called hiphoptimer.com. So it's kind of like the work session, except it's more Pomodoro. It's a Pomodoro timer, basically. And so you listen to music, get work done, stuff like that. And there's breaks and things. So cool. So there's that. And then if you click on videos, and then as you can see right here, also it'll let you know when we're live. So it's a web component that I created. And so I can just put that element. I'm big into web components, and you'll see that if you keep following along. But that's a web component that's right up there. There and on the front page, same element used in two different places. And so I don't have to redo that logic. And I can put it on any site or anything. So yeah, it's the same one that's on your work session. It's like the countdown. So anytime there's a timer, it's that. And so the recordings of these break sessions will go here. Still working on that because didn't have any recordings. Then we've got a shop. So for a long time, I've been making t-shirts, even like in middle school, high school. And so I kind of just kept that going. And yeah, so I'm actually wearing one of them right now. So the answer to all like coding questions, it depends. So if you like that sort of humor, just a bunch of hip hop and code themed t-shirts and stuff. So there's that, you know, feel free to do with that information whatever you will. And then also, so on a lot of my projects, I like to put like what was used to create that project. And so I've created a lot of projects and I don't have to keep redoing the same thing over and over again. So I created a web component, yet another one. And this web component, I can place it on any of my projects. And these different sections like the about, built with, updates, for more, they're pulled from an endpoint on that project. So it always is uniform between different projects, but it's customized the data for each project. That's one of the cool things about web components. You can pretty much place them anywhere. And as long as you feed them the right data, they will behave as you hope. So yeah. All right. So that's the front page when you get there. Now, let's say you click that join us and I actually had the right URL. I fixed it. So now they never say push to prod while live, but hey, I did it. So I had to remove an S off of the URL. It's the small things you always miss. But again, thank you, Andre. So yeah, so let's say you click that join us. You'll then be presented, if we're doing like in the work session, you'll see a screen similar to this. And so we have this audio player. And this is yet another web component I made. Since I'm a big fan of bandcamp.com. A lot of really amazing independent artists post their music there. And it's kind of a way of being able to support the artists directly that you like. And you'll be able to discover new artists. And so a lot of the artists that I play on the show, on the radio show, comes from this or is either submitted. And yeah, so I'm a big fan of bandcamp.com and I wanted to have a player on there. So some of the artists that I know who make instrumental music, asked them to send me some music. And I wanted to put it on I wanted to have their Bandcamp player because first it looks nice, but also so that you can actually go and if you like this thing, you can actually find out more information about it. If you really like it, you can buy it, you can share it. And so I thought that was a cool way of maybe helping support artists as well, because I'm big on that as well. So there's that. So this in this gray box, that's the Bandcamp player. So I embedded that into my web component. Let's see. And then here, if you really like the track, you can help spread the word by sending out a tweet. And it creates a pre-populated tweet that has the artist's Twitter handle. And so that way, you know, maybe it'll brighten their day and let somebody know, hey, somebody likes this music I put out there. So you never know. You may find your new favorite artist. And so there's that. Cool. And of course, with any productive based application, we have a to-do list. And so with the to-do, you just go ahead, you know, add your task here. They pop up here in the little box here. And then you can tweet. So anything that you have in the done task section, you can tweet that out and now actually send a tweet pre-populated with that task being like checked off. So it's kind of like a little way to some social like building and showing like, hey, I'm getting stuff done, social accountability, I guess, kind of thing. Sure. And again, here's this timer, the same web component that you saw on the front page. So I didn't have to redo that logic or anything again. So that always helps out. That's cool. All right. So let's say you clicked on the tutorials, view tutorials. There you will find a list. And right now it's pretty bare. I'm going to be adding more stuff to it. But please, as you can see here, there's add a tutorial. So please feel free to add anything that you find that helps you out on the internet. It doesn't have to be coding or anything, just whatever you found helpful for you in whatever it is that you're trying to get done. Because again, this is just for being able to get whatever your it is that you want to get to work. That's what it is. And so, yeah, so right now I've heard good things about freecodecamp.org. So I've got that there. And I put a Vonage tutorial, a thing that I actually worked on. So if you do go through it, let me know if you have any feedback, because, you know, I'm big on feedback. So, all right, there's that. So if you come to this and you don't really have anything you want to work on, you can check out the tutorials and maybe that'll jumpstart something that you want to get into and build. So yeah, all right, cool. So that's that. So, and then over here on the side, you can filter through the list of the different keywords that are added. All right, cool. Now, let's say you get stuck on a thing that you're working on and you need help or what have you. So that's where the Hako comes in, help a creator / coder out. And so this, when you click create Hako, this pops up. And then if you're signed in, all these things you pretty much have to be signed in to do. And so Twitter or your GitHub, because I want people to be able to see who's kind of who and who, before you enter in, because again, the internet and people are weird. So yeah, there's kind of a way of being able to be confident in what you're getting yourself into. All right, cool. So now, yeah, so you just enter in the title, some keywords, and then create, and now take you to a thing to where you can share a link on Twitter and to whoever else, and then get started. I may do like another presentation with that. We'll see. All right, and then here is a list of all the different Hakos. So if you feel like you want to help somebody out, you can check this out. And it's similar to the tutorials. There's a filter section, so be able to check that out and join. And again, you'll be able to check out to see who created it, just to kind of make sure, again, it's the internet. So there's that, and then you just click join. All righty, cool. So there'll be more, hopefully. There's that, cool. Then if you want to do like a quick show and tell, like lightning talk, I have the thing there to do one, to set one up. And so you'll be presented with a screen like this, and you just fill in what you want to do. If you have any links to any websites or anything I can check out, and when you submit it, it sends a message to my dashboard, my backend. And with that, I can, like, if it's nothing too super, like, again, the internet, I'll approve it. And then the status, you keep checking back here, the status, and then it'll say, whether it's denied or what have you. And yeah, and then we can do a quick test run to make sure everything is fine technically, and then bring you on to the break session, and we'll do this. So it's not just me talking basically to this camera, be actually talking to another person. And that's it. Woo, okay. So while I set up the next scene, let me close this out. So let me know what you all think so far about this. I already found one random bug that, again, thanks to Andre for letting me know about that situation that happened there. And I got it fixed. So that's the great thing about community and being like open source. You kind of figure everything out. So thank you again. Back to work. Let's do it. untilit.works. Let me know how it's coming along. All right. Thanks. So let me start the screen share. All right. Let me make sure I share the audio. Cool. I promise I'll get better at this at some point, hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm not making, I said promise, but not making any promises. All right. So thank you once again. And yeah.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like yeah. And everybody says yeah. We spread love like yeah. I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I